Retail workers of Reddit. What is your best method for passing time? Do not look at the time. Big mistake. At my job there's a giant clock right in front of my face. I'm aware of every second that goes by. They should invent a wall clock that only comes on when set for alarms, like lunchtime and end of day time. It's great until it stops working. At least when a regular clock stops you can tell. Chatting with coworkers mostly. That and imagining a different reality in my head. Or yes, I've mentioned this before on an older thread, but putting yourself in a fictional world and Mary suing the shit out of it is so much fun. It's not just retail. Office workers do it regularly. Sometimes literally, since I do know some aspiring writers that just take the downtime to draft things. I can always tell which ones are the fanfic writers. I work as a grocery cashier, and it gets boring fast scanning items and standing for hours and time goes by very slow. I play a game with myself where I choose look for / count for one specific thing like bad tattoos. So every 10 people I see who I consider to have a bad tattoo I check the clock. Every 20 people who come in with their dog in a stroller, very common in my store, I check the clock ECT. Definitely lots of people watching. Coming up with games about the customers, or with the customers. I think retail stoked my love of conflict, because it broke up the day when a customer was an asshole. Oh, I definitely enjoy messing with rude customers. I got a complaint to management yesterday cause I embarrassed the man by laughing at him. I find laughing when customers are being rude makes them livid, and you can't really get in trouble for laughing. I used to draw sad clowns on the back of receipt paper, the sadder the better. Worked. Mainly. Boring. But when things were slow, one of us would go to one end of the store, it was an anchor store in the mall, and we'd toss a Nerf football back and forth. Reddit. This is also my main way to pass time as a waiter. Fills the gaps between the rushes. I know this seems crazy, but actually talking to customers can be pretty incredible. So many people starved for human interaction and everyone has an interesting story. Walks up to customer, hey, what up? Now I'm okay. Thanks, I'm just looking. Dissociate. Astral project into the nearest alternate dimension. Yes. When I worked retail, I always brought a book with me, or brought something that I wanted to learn. Book on a language I wanted to learn. Very interesting. But how would you get away with reading it? My last retail job, I worked at a really slow mattress store. I'd grab a book from home, get in the softest memory foam bed, adjust the base to a good reading position, and read uninterrupted for as long as an hour at a time. It rocked. This only confirms more and more how most of these stores were / are fronts for laundering cash. I made spreadsheets. I catalogued my co-workers' bathroom breaks, coffee breaks and how often they swore. I sometimes gave them stickers rewarding them for swearing less than last month and wouldn't tell them what it was for, so they just got stickers. The one Christian guy who never cussed hated you with a passion. I worked at Party City for 4 years and would not have been able to do it without Bluetooth headphones. My hair goes past my ears, so I'd put one headphone in one ear and hide it with my hair, then have the other ear free if people needed me. Podcasts and audiobooks saved my sanity. The boss makes $1. I make a dime, that's why I poop on company time. Boss makes a killing, I'm paid crap, that's why I wait for my shift to fap. When I worked retail there was never a shortage of work to do, so taking on a project made the day go by much faster. So, you know, actually working. Make friends with your co-workers so you can both pass the time without being bored.